So guys, we are back in another Skype call. It's the roundup episode. Welcome Ches and Cani. Hello boys.
Hi.
Hello.
How did you get on? Don't spoil it, but how did you get on?
Okay.
Okay. Chani, you looked like you were doing very well from the first few episodes from what I saw.
It went on quite nice.
What I should say to everyone watching this is that at this point we have finished recording, but we haven't uploaded the last few bits of gameplay onto our channel, so we have no idea of the results, do we?
I'm desperate to find out what's happened to you
No
two.
idea.
All I know is, at this time, is that Ches was struggling a little bit, not recently, but the episode before, and me and Chani were quite close, so I'm really intrigued to find out how we all got on, really.
It was really close, so I'm looking forward to this.
I think, you know what, I'm going to reverse it. I was going to ask, league positions and stuff like that first. I'm going to reverse it. We're going to talk about the teams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go
to
for it.
kick things off.
Oh, the
And
suspense.
I'm gonna ask you guys, who was your favourite player, but not the wild card?
Chess, you want to start off?
Yeah, sure. My favourite player was probably either Anthony Martial, the striker, or, quite strangely, it was the player that was kind of an unknown going into this, was Cristoforo from Sevilla, who was actually extremely good as a holding mid, and I really enjoyed
I'm going to have to push you for one name though. I'm sorry, we can't have two.
Martial.
Okay, fair enough. I think you're gonna see my choice is quite similar.
Oh, really?
Possibly. We'll move on to Chani.
Okay, so for me, the best player who really performed well throughout the season was Kishna.
Good choice. He did really well in
I
mine.
was really surprised with him, and yeah, he was just too good.
Do you have a second favourite, seeing as Ches had one?
I think that will come in the other category.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Tiki.
Well, I was thinking Martial, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
But I actually have written down Tielemans. I know it's kind of a boring choice because
He's so good though.
He's the career mode gem, isn't he? But
Yeah.
he was absolutely fantastic in my series. But I'd say Martial second. But if I could put my wild card in, Depay was without doubt my favourite player. He was just incredible.
Yeah, same with me with Fekir.
How was Oxlade in the end?
Average.
Average.
Really
I'm
average.
still surprised he went for him, but I heard he did quite well in your other series.
In my player, he's 87 rated, so I was like, well, if he's going to grow like that'd be brilliant.
But he didn't.
He didn't. He
Okay.
scored some goals and got some assists, but didn't really do anything other than that.
The next two categories, we'll do this quicker, because I just realised we went on a bit there.
Yeah.
Surprise player for you, the player that surprised you. You weren't maybe expecting him to be so good.
Do you want to jump in this time, Channy?
Yeah, can do. So for me, it was definitely Tolisso. I have to say that I knew that he's good, but I didn't know that he's that good. So
He's
I was
brilliant.
quite surprised.
Absolutely fantastic, versatile. What about you, Ches?
Surprise player for me was actually Joaquin Correa. Knew nothing about him going into the series, and he just scored goals all the time. Couldn't stop.
Well, there you go. Bit of a hidden gem maybe you uncovered
definitely.
there. Mine was Goretzka. I feel like I lacked height in my midfield, and as soon as I put him in the team, I couldn't drop him. Absolutely brilliant player. I mean, I would say more about him, but we'll move on to the worst player. And Ches, you can kick us off again. The worst player for you?
Sergi Dada, unfortunately, just was horrible to play with. Terrible first touch, couldn't make a tackle, really weak, and his passing, whilst stat-wise should have been pretty good, couldn't pass it 5 yards.
Ouch. Chani, what about you?
For me, it was Ruben Neves. I know that is a really popular choice,
Wow.
but for me, at a 71, he's just not good enough, and he didn't grow for me, so yeah, it wasn't too good.
All right, fair enough. For me, I think you guys will probably know it was Cranio in goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In one of my episodes, I don't need to go through it. I'll probably put it on the video now. It was absolutely embarrassing. What a terrible player. And then he got injured for 4 months or something. So yeah,
Yeah.
if I could go back, Cranio would not be in this series. But there you go. That rounds up our favourite, surprise, and worst player choices. And now I think we should get into the big thing, and that is distributing these wild cards. Who has won? I think we've got 3 up for grabs. We've got league position, we've got top scorer, and then we've got the total squad growth. And let's start off with the least exciting one, I guess, but actually quite an important one, because part of this series was all about growth, about seeing how our players would get on. So I'm going to ask for a number across all of your players in your squad, Ches,
Yeah.
what was your total growth?
Total growth across all 22 players was 35.
35. That starts us off. That's pretty good, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, I was quite
That's
impressed.
decent, yeah.
Okay. And Chani?
40.
Oh, son of a bitch.
See, I've got the pleasure here of being able to know.
No.
I know the results before I read it out. I actually got 41.
No!
Chani, I just beat you by 1, and I think I'm going to give it to Amati. He got +4, which
For
was
me
just
as well.
incredible. He went +4 for you.
Yeah, same.
I don't get it. In my Bournemouth series, he's been stuck at 71 for 3 seasons. Can anyone explain that? I need to loan him out and glitch him, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Or unglitch him, I guess.
I don't know why,
Okay.
but players who are rated below 70 always grow exceptionally for me. But if they are above 70, it just stops.
I know. I barely even used him, if I'm honest. But I can say, actually, I forgot to mention, we all get 1 wild card for the next series if we do it. So we all have 1 by default, but obviously then we have extra for winning these challenges. So I've got 2 now. Ches and Chani both have 1. So that one is done. We're going to now talk about the top scorer. I'm guessing it's going to be the wild cards that scored the most for each of us, but maybe not Ches. So why don't you kick us off?
My top scorer was actually Anthony Martial with
I'm not
20
surprised.
league goals.
20 league goals.
20
for
in
Martial.
36.
That's very impressive. Okay, Chani, can you beat 20?
No, I can't. Mbolo was the top scorer for me, scored 17 goals.
17.
That's about it. All of my 3 forwards scored above 14 goals, so it was pretty much split up.
So
Yeah.
you had a lot of goals, but they were all shared.
Yeah.
If I tell you that pretty much one player killed it for me.
Was it Memphis Depay?
It was, funnily enough, Ches.
Aha!
And I'm actually going to give myself another wild card.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Depay scored 25,
Cool.
Wow.
and I didn't actually score many with him. This was in simulated games where he was picking up hat-tricks constantly.
Ah.
So I guess I've ran away with that one a little bit.
Yeah.
But I also had Marshall on 18, I think it was, so he wasn't far off.
Yeah, I had Marshall on 20 and then Joaquin Correa on 17.
How did
I think he scored
Fekir
them
do? And how did
Fekir had
Oxlade do?
Fekir was the top assist guy in the league for me, and he had like
decent.
15 goals or 16 goals, I think.
Okay, and how about
Oxlade had 11 goals and 6 assists from 30 games.
Ooh. Well, it's not too bad. He's a
all
right mid, but then
Yeah.
again, you know, Depay's a left wing. He shouldn't be scoring 25 goals. I knew straight away when I put him in the squad he would score me goals. But I guess if you guys did this again, you'd put Depay in.
Yeah,
Maybe not Depay. I
probably.
might go for someone like Paco Alcacer.
Good choice. Striker, he would score goals.
Yeah, that's
I think
right.
that's one thing we've learned. You know, if you're really going to be trying to be successful in a series where you simulate a lot of games, you need a good striker.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. We'll move on to the big one now, and that is league position. I know Ches was struggling a little bit, so I'm interested to see how he got on in the last 2 episodes, which we haven't seen yet.
No, they've not gone up yet.
So go on then.
Well, at one point I was 10th. We were
Yes.
able to recover. We were able to recover thanks to the advice of the viewers telling me which games to sim. We were able to recover to 2nd overall
Wow.
Ooh.
on 87 points
Wow.
with a goal difference
I'm actually shocked. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
From
That's
10th.
from 10th with a goal difference of plus 45.
Okay, interesting. So I think Ches could be beaten by Chani, though.
I think I might be.
Yes,
Ooh.
because I was in first place
First place. We have a
Yes.
new leader at the moment.
with 102 points.
Wow.
Please don't tell me you won it.
destroyed the lead, man. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Please don't tell me you have 103 points. I will
Yeah,
kill
it's
you.
been so close between the two of you.
Well, I'll tell you this. My goal difference was plus 69.
Cool.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
that's
how many-
pretty big.
Yeah, that's a lot of goals.
And I did finish first. So could you remind me and the viewers, what was your total points again, Chani?
102.
111.
And
Wow.
have a word with yourself.
What?
Do you want any more points?
Oh my god. I tell you what, it was that one episode, 9 win streak. I don't think I'll ever be able to do that again.
That's crazy.
How do you get 111 points? Wow.
Memphis
honestly
Depay, that's
smashed
how.
I would like to actually know, if we did this off camera, so we didn't upload it, if you guys did the exact same team as me, what results you would get. I bet you'd come very close. Depay killed it. So I guess we should move on to the next topic, which, now that we've distributed the wildcards, I have 4 apparently. I think that's going to be up for discussion. I wasn't expecting to win all 3 challenges here. So I guess what we'll do is, you mentioned it in your video, we've all been promoted.
Yes.
So the idea, guys, is if you could leave a comment on this video or on Chez's video or on Cani's video, would you like a Season 2 in the Premier League for the next season? And in that, the wild cards will be transfers. We would be allowed to transfer a new player, but we would still have to be, signing youth players under 21, because we've played a year now, so it's not under 20s. And we would only still be allowed 22 players, so if we buy one, we would have to sell one. But for a first season and a first series, I think it went really well. I think the rules worked.
Yes,
yeah, definitely.
And it was almost beta testing, wasn't it? Or beta testing, as the Americans would say.
Yeah.
And I think we've uncovered a really good competitive way of building unique squads and showing off the growth of the players and all that stuff. It worked really well, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it. But other than that, I think we're done for this season. Just remember, guys, to leave a comment. Let us know if you want us to do Season 2 in the Premier League. See who gets fired first. And if you didn't want a Season 2 in the Premier League, we could always move on and do a different league and do a different setup. Maybe we could do older players. Maybe we could do, I don't know, players that are retiring after one season. We could do something like that. So, let us know with any feedback you've got. Don't forget to subscribe to Cani and Chesnoid as well. Thanks for being on the series with me, guys. It was really good fun.
Oh, thank you for inviting us onto it.
Thank you very much.
It has been awesome.
Yeah, it was great fun.
And we'll see you for the next season, if it happens, in the next few weeks.